Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Well, if you're new here, my channel is all about yarn and knitting and crocheting and having fun and getting roped into things that I didn't know I was going to get roped into and making more projects. It's what I do. This is my happy place. Today, for me, it's Saturday, Saturday evening. I went with a couple of my knitting friends. I say that term loosely. We both knit and crochet. All of us do. But I went to our local yarn store. They started a knit along. Okay, and they had the shawl there. So it's a Malabrigo shawl. It's called the Friendship Shawl. And they started the knit along started today. Oh, well, started March 1st. But the store gave pattern help, assistance, kind of like a kickoff party type of a thing, Friday and Saturday, for anyone that wanted to show up and pick up their yarn if they hadn't already and start with the shawl and have fun. So I went with a couple of my friends and I knew they were going to pick out yarn for the shawl and I wasn't. No, I didn't want to make the shawl. Yeah. So I showed my husband beforehand. This is the shawl. It's an advanced beginner pattern. It's actually pretty simplistic. It's not a bad, it's a decent repeat. Okay. You're using 3 hanks of Malabrigo I can't say it, Dos Tres, that yarn. And my local yarn store had all these gorgeous colors. So my husband said, that's fine if you go and you do get yarn, because he's like, you're going to start the shawl. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to start the shawl. I have a lot of things on the needles. He's like, yeah, you're going to start the shawl. And he said, just don't get your typical colors. So those that know me, I like my mustard color. I like the mustards and the yellows and the deep colors and the autumns. And he's like, no, don't do that. And he said specifically, do not do that one. That is beautiful. I like it. I really do. It's beautiful. The colors are stunning. I have it on paper too. See, look, you can see how the shawl, right? So that's what it looks like and everything. It's just this crescent, off-centered. Yeah, asymmetrical. That's the word. It's asymmetrical, right? So it's this asymmetrical shawl. And he's like, don't pick out the same colors. So I'm there and I'm playing with all the different yarns and everything. And I'm still, since I'm at the yarn store and I talked about my brioche knitting, I'm like, okay, well, I'll pick out a complementary color with the project that I want to do for my brioche stuff. Because I'm going to be there and I'm going to be knitting and I'm going to be joining in all the festivities, right? It's what I do. And then I touched this. This right here. There was a basket of these. Well, actually, it's one of the square bins. Like one of these bins that I've got here, right, is on the floor. And it was filled with this yarn. And it's just these gorgeous, super saturated colors, right? And I got a blue one too, dropped on the floor. See, I got these pretty colors, right? Very, very saturated. And they look nice enough. But, you're in the yarn store and you've got all the variegateds and all the everything else, right? Everything else calls. This is 25 grams. This right here is so feather light and so soft. I hadn't seen it before. It's a new yarn and everything. Oh, I had to do it. I did the mustard. Look at that. It's Easter egg colors. It's spring. It's happy. It's bright. I got my mustard. Yeah, I did. This is like that Frank ochre color. Me and Frank get along really well. Yep, we do. Yeah, so I got these 3 colors. Let me read to you this yarn because I've not seen it before. I've not touched it before. That thing is air like a cloud. So this is Lang Noel. See, Lang Noel. It is 25 grams. That is so stinking light. That is such a light, airy fiber. Yeah, that size ball would be normally at least a 50-gram ball of yarn, right? Typical type things. So this is 79% extra fine virgin wool, 21% nylon polyamide. It is stunning. It is a fingering weight yarn. It is 202 yards, 185 meters. And it is just the lightest stuff ever. Oh, Let's see, where's it made and all that other stuff? I have no idea. Probably Turkey. I'm guessing. I don't know. I didn't see that. Made in Italy. Okay, so made in Italy. I guess Ling Yarns is made in Italy. So it's made in Italy. Does it have anything on? Probably hand wash. I would guess hand wash. Yep, it's a hand wash yarn. And it is the lightest, airiest stuff ever. And it's a fingering weight yarn. I like my fingering weight yarn. Truthfully, when I picked it up, I really didn't know. You know, it's just in this beautiful thing. And then, oh, that one's attached here. Oh, I'm dropping my stuff everywhere now. Okay, so you can see here that chain construction, right? You can kind of see that and everything. It kind of looks like it's already been knit, right? I mean, it's just, and it's so, so airy. So I picked those 3 colors. And of course, I had to start the shawl. I did start the friendship shawl. You want to see my progress? This was from today that I just started. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? And you can see the shape already coming through. You know, it's going to continue there, you know, that type of a thing, right? It's twisted, stop twisting. There we go. But look at that. Just, and it's so just elegantly light and just fluffy and scrumptious, and yes, I am in love. This is gorgeous. So if you're interested in doing the knit along, this is the pattern started to be available on the 15th of February. I'd seen it with the, you know, the yarn store showing that and everything, and that this is the knit along. There's all the yarn stores in the areas are talking about it. It's online everywhere. You know, all sorts of places are dealing with this. So I went on and everything, and you can go, I'll have this link, but on the Malabrigo website, you can say, hey, I would like to join this knit along, and give all of your, like, here's my Ravelry name, here's my Facebook name, whatever, and the pattern will be sent to you. You can also go to Ravelry. I think it's $5 if you wanted to pay for the pattern. I got it for free as part of the knit along. But, you know, there's different ways that you can get it, is what I'm getting at. And if you want to do the knit along, I'm going to still put the hashtag on my thing. It's hashtag Malabrigo KAL knit along. That's what that stands for, KAL. And you can be eligible for weekly prizes. Now, I'm not going to be eligible because that is not the Malabrigo Dos Tres yarn. This is a different yarn, but it's still the same pattern. I'm still going to have fun. I'm still going to enjoy doing that with that light and that airy. One of the other things is, you know, the Malabrigo is gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. Absolutely stunning. And I had to walk away because, well, you know, a lot of the colors were definitely the colors my husband said don't play with. He's like, honey, step out your comfort zone just a little. You can do it. Yeah, but I like my comfort zone. That's why it's called my comfort zone. So I fell on board yet again, and I'm making another project. But that's okay. I finished a shawl this week. I'll show it to you on my Monday video. But I finished a shawl. So I wanted to start another one. And I really enjoy the social aspect of getting together, whether we're knitting or we're crocheting, it really doesn't matter. And being able to talk with everyone else that's at the yarn store in person, with the yarn store group or my personal friends, it really doesn't matter. It is so enjoyable. And it was very much worth it to me to jump on board with yet another knit along. And I'll have links down below. Feel free to continue to click through those and to find the pattern if you're interested in it. Jump on board if you'd like to. Why not? I mean, it's fun. It's such a nice, springy, easy wear piece. And the colors, for me personally, I'm thrilled with this. It was not what I was expecting. My husband said I did really good, except for I managed to still put the mustard in there. He's a little disappointed in me. I couldn't help it. There were other options, but I mean, that's just, isn't that nice? I mean, it's a little different, right? It's so happy and bright, and it's light and it's airy. And, you know, a lot of the colors that I was picking for the yarn that the pattern definitely called for, I was picking my typical darker, moody fall and autumn colors. And I wanted something springier. I wanted airy. I wanted light. I wanted happy and vibrant. I did, one of my friends, Rose, hers, the 3 colors that she picked, very, very, we were all picking colors and everything together. And the ones that she came up with, had she not grabbed those, they had more. It was not that, it wasn't like it was the last one and we weren't arguing over it. But had she not grabbed those, that one, if I were to get that yarn, I probably would have done, which it was very springy and very much outside of what I would normally get. It was the pinks and a fuchsia and white, and it really was a stunning, stunning color combination that was everything spring. So I was playing the exercise that my husband put me up to. I definitely was. So I was really proud of that. And I had sitting in front of me stuff for my brioche class. That's what I was going to pick out. And when I had just gone back to the table and, sitting down, and I'd, perused through the yarn store like 12 times, because, hey, there's things, right? There's just things. And, I'm like, I'm going to sit down. And that's when I actually touched the yarn I got. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is beautiful, but holy cow, it is like air. The first few the first bit, starting right here at this end, was semi-difficult because you had nothing to hold on to. You start with casting on 6 stitches. So, you got a small piece, right? And there's nothing you're holding on to. And the yarn is so light, it's like knitting with air. But I've got some substance to it now. It's grown, so it's not an issue any longer. I understand the pattern. It's a predictable pattern, so it's an easy one to deal with and to work with. It could be a car project or a TV knitting type of a situation, something simple as far as that goes. Not difficult at all. But yeah, having a total blast in my crafting world. I think I've started a few projects this week. Yeah, I should probably finish something. And then somebody asked me, it's like, how's your chicken coming along? Yeah, I gotta work on my chicken. Yeah, my chicken's been neglected. Yeah, I gotta do a little bit more so it can shake its tail feathers. Read, it doesn't have tail feathers yet. We're working on it. But I do believe I've picked out the color that I want to use for, not this yarn, but something like this color, different yarn, but this color is what I want to do with the bands. So now that I've decided on that, I can get back to knitting with it and everything. So there is that. So that works out really, really well. I mean, this is stunning. And then, oh, speaking of the chickens, I know we're talking about the knit along, but people are doing it with leftover sock yarn and stuff. Oh my goodness. Why did I not think of that? So I got to finish the one I have started. I have like projects in my head. Holy cow. Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's fun. That's all there is to it. You get in here and you get those creative juices and stuff going, and the ideas start flowing. You start, well, like, what am I going to work with now? How am I going to make that come together? Some things work out really well and some things don't. But I have to tell you, since I have this channel and since I've been talking with everybody here, I have finished things that I probably wouldn't have. There's definitely some things that I have pushed for to finish due to all of the wonderful encouragement, and I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, and some of it's badgering, and that's okay too. I'm only saying that because I had that in the comments, the response is like, I wasn't gently nudging. I wasn't nudging, So I'm only saying it for that. But this has been such an absolute blast. I am just like, what was I doing before? Are you kidding? This is so enjoyable to come on here and talk with everybody and just go over all of my stuff. And while I'm talking with you, I have things going on in my head, something fierce. It's, it's like, I can go to work. No, I didn't work today, but I can go to work and do my job and enjoy what I'm doing and everything, and come home, and not think about all of this stuff that I'm working with. But as soon as I turn on the camera and I sit here, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just like, the light comes on, you know what I mean? Or, the rays of light come through, and, all the ideas are just absolutely churning. And I'm kind of glad that they don't do that throughout every moment, waking moment of my day, it might distract me from my job. Just going to throw that out there, right? But yeah, it's just absolutely a blast. It really is. And no, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say I can't believe I started something else, but we know that's not true. I can believe it. We know that's not true. Not only did I start that, I started something yesterday, and I had to stop myself from starting 2 things yesterday, and I started this, and I told myself when I got up this morning I wasn't going to do it. Yeah. Stay strong. Yeah. Not happening. Not happening. It's the crafting world. You know, monogamy is for your marriage. Okay? That's where monogamy comes in. Crafting world, oh no, it's all over the place, man. You got 12, 15, 25 projects. I'm pretty sure I have projects that I have a lot. I do. I have some bins. I've got, like, you see that bin right there? I think that's full of partial projects. I'm not positive. I should probably pull that out and look at that and maybe work on some. That's as far as that's going to go. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. No, it's there. It's tucked away. It's happy. We're going to let that sleeping dog lie. It's just good. Yes, we are. All right, everybody. With that, I am in denial. I am totally in denial. It never existed. It didn't. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.